cabinet. The last thing I need is someone finding my Judoon medallion. What a hunt that was. River, your thoughts are starting to run wild again. Do you want to sit in your office the whole night? I wonder if Luke finally has a proper date tonight. It's weird that he has so many difficulties. Is he too shy? And who might you be tugging on my door in the middle of the night? I won't need the gun then. How does my hair look? Just can't resist a shot. Oh, hello.
Melody Malone. We need to talk. Yep.
All right, let's talk, I suppose. Let me just close the door behind you. Ooh, nice.
You what?
I said it's not very nice to just break in on someone like that.
Well, what I'm about to say is even less nice.
Oh, is that so, Mr.
John Smith. I've come to check on your operation. Here are my papers.
Should I feel threatened, Mr. John Smith, time agent of the marital department?
What? That's impossible.
Oh, I'm sorry. Does it say something else? Have I read it wrong?
No, they printed it wrong.
Outrageous. I'd quit immediately if I were you.
Yeah, well, you're not me. So you need to tell me what exactly you were doing here.
That door sign was a waste of money, wasn't it?
Yeah, funny that. I visit here for a relaxing sightseeing and a cup of tea, and instead what do I find? Time-looped murders, people turning into feline creatures, and countless time distortions that bounce off my timeship like it was some ping-pong ball.
Well, you can consider at least 2 of those things sorted. Feel free to thank me.
And a supposed private investigator who apparently has a vortex manipulator in 1937.
Now that is rude.
Drop the act, Malone.
That's what's the use? Listen, Mr. Smith, I get that you're upset about these issues, but I hate to break it to you. You're not the only person in the universe with a sense of temporal responsibility. I can assure you I'm not the cause of your time-related problems.
So what is the point of this visit aside from looking pretty? Annoyed?
Flight accidents. Or rather the lack of them.
What?
I was going to solve the mystery behind the missing ships near planets Vuvus and Jabronix.
Ooh, yes, I've read about that area. Engines going haywire, distress signals with no real detectable sources. It's like the space version of the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes. Or well, it was. Not a single ship has crashed or disappeared nearby for months.
I see, and that is bad how?
It's not, by definition. 2 uninhabited planets, undisturbed space traffic, all the merrier, except the planets have disintegrated.
Ah, so you're worried that whatever caused the disintegration might spread to other planets that may not take it so lightly.
Exactly.
Not the kind of issue I was expecting.
What do you mean?
I've taken the case of finding a missing girl.
Where did that folder come from? There's a perception filter on that thing.
Yes, and A quite boosted one too, if it worked on both of us. It may have got hidden for some time in my drawer before I noticed it tonight. This is Hattie Walker. She had been missing for 2 days when her mother came to me. The case is from the year 200,004.
The future? You're dragging items from the future into the past.
Every time. Yes, I tend to come back here to think because I like the atmosphere. Sue me.
The filter is not the only thing about it, though.
What?
Right, nice chat. Carry on, etc.
And just where do you think you're going?
Off to solve the case and be back for tea. See ya!
What? My case? Without me? Oh, no, you don't.
Oh yeah? Just watch me. You'll need to move away from the door at some point.
Listen, Mr. Smith, I'm here to help
Why does everyone assume I need help?
because 2 pairs of hands will always be better than one. Trust me, it makes all the difference when it comes to spa treatment. And because that data you have just memorized is only going to send you on a wild goose chase.
What?
All my anachronistic files are isomorphic as well.
You know, I'm not sure if it showed you existing data or a randomly generated one.
But I can assure you, it has nothing to do with your disintegrated planets.
It's a safeguard for just the occasion of prying eyes taking unwanted peeks. Oh, come on. Don't look so pouty.
I did say I had a sense of temporal responsibility.
Fine. But no way I am going by Vortex Manipulator.
Oh, is it because it's always at hand? Precise? Or because there's no need to remember where you left it?
Let me show you the fine way to travel. This is how you travel in comfort and without feeling sick in the stomach. Well?
Oh, now that's naughty.
What? Oh,
Oh, you're not jealous of the bow-tied gentleman on your screen, are you? Don't worry, I'm all yours.
are you though?
Oh, I haven't said bigger on the inside, have I? It's nice, but you know, I have studied transdimensional engineering. How else do you think a girl can fit all her belongings in a tiny thing like this? Oh, but you're still fabulous, aren't you, dear?
Right. So, year 200.004 was it? Or are your words isomorphic as well?
No, that was correct. In fact, I can give you the exact coordinates. Except, you still owe me the info of what you've detected with your sonic device.
The folder was surrounded by temporal energy.
So?
It's the same temporal energy I found traces of near the disintegrated planets.
But that folder is from Earth. Yes, I can see how that may be a problem. See? That wasn't hard, was it?
So, where would you have us go?
Hattie Walker's house, of course. A day after I got the case. Hello, Mrs. Walker.
Hello?
I brought my plucky assistant this time, Mr. Ears.
Who?
And you are?
Melody Malone, private investigator. We have come to discuss your case.
Well, come in. We can discuss it here in the living room.
I admit, this is not a tiny bit flattering.
I'll say, Mr. Ears.
What? I think they're adorable.
You what?
Come on then.
Maybe they're not conspicuous anymore.
Would you like some tea? I have this brand new liver flavour.
No thanks.
Am I in trouble?
Why would you think you are?
It's my nephew. He loves dragons, you see. I only left him for a minute with that guide sphere from the library and...
No. We are here because of Hattie.
Oh, thank goodness.
Right, can we talk about your daughter?
My what?
Your daughter, Hattie, whose disappearance you reported yesterday.
But I have no daughter. I live here with my husband, Jake.
Okay, that's not exactly how I planned the conversation to go.
There are 3 different sizes of shoes at the door.
But
Pictures of a young girl in the hall.
what are you talking about?
Are you taking any kind of medical treatment? For getting a daughter? This can't be the work of a perception filter, can it?
Excuse me? You come here claiming that I have a supposed missing daughter, and then you have the nerve to imply I'm mad. I am not mad.
Sorry about that, Mrs. Walker. My assistant could still use a lesson in manners.
Oh what? Bet you were thinking it too.
Please go outside and wait for me there till you calm down.
Calm down. I am perfectly calm.
Please.
Fine. But I'm going to ask for compensation for this. Then again, I may find something upstairs.
Lovely photo you have here.
Thanks. That's Jake, my husband. We visited New Brazil a couple of years ago.
The 2 of you.
Yes.
Was it your honeymoon then?
More like the 5th or 6th honeymoon, if you put it that way.
Isn't it awful when an unknown kid runs into a photo to bomb it?
Oh yes, every time. That's why we hired a professional photographer. No random kids, just Jake and me.
I see.
He can be such a goofball when we travel. A new surprise on every trip. It can be tiresome, but at other times it can still be so much fun.
Indeed.
Let's see. Door number 1, 2... Hang on. 1.5. Haven't seen you there for the first time. And yet you'd think that all this pink and furry decor could not go unnoticed. Interesting. It reeks from temporal energy. I don't even need the sonic to sense it. No wonder your mother doesn't remember you then, little Hattie. Let's see if your personal sphere has anything to say.
Battery low. Password. Hello, Hattie. Hello, Hattie.
Yeah, whatever.
Reminder. Audition on the 10th of April.
Oh, the day she disappeared. Looks like I'm on the right track.
Become a legend. Do you think you have what it takes to take part in the brand new show? Do not miss this opportunity.
This may come in handy yet. Oh, hello. What a pink dog you are, with feline ears and a wide tail. Shh, shh. Hey, it's okay. I'm here to help. I see you don't dare enter the room. You know something's wrong here, don't you? The perception filter mixed with your missing little owner's scent must be driving you crazy. There, it'll be alright. I know I'm not your preferred person to get ear scratches from, so how about you let me sneak out unnoticed and I'll bring her back? Do we have a deal?
Oh, it's just our dog Rufus. He's been acting rather strangely lately.
Right. Look, I'm very sorry for the misconception, Mrs. Walker. We had no intention to get you riled up. However, there is still a case of a missing girl we need help with. Think you'd be up for that?
Okay, but not sure what I can... Oh, what a beautiful girl. So young and already missing. Her poor parents must be heartbroken.
Yes, they were.
Let me show you a few more pictures.
I'm sorry, Miss Malone. I don't think I can. Hold on. Go back to that photo, please. I know her. She lives just across the street.
Thank you. You've helped a great deal.
You're welcome. I really hope you find her.
We will. I promise. Bye. Curious case. Her memory issues seem to focus on her daughter alone. But there was no spite in her. That was a parent who genuinely did not remember she has a daughter, which is terrifying enough on its own.
Has to do something with the temporal energy. It's all over the place.
Did you find anything upstairs?
You knew I would sniff around upstairs.
Well, of course. Why else do you think I have you as an assistant?
Okay, 1. You can cut that out right now. 2. Seems to me our missing girl was going to enter showbiz.
Become a legend. Do you think you have what it takes to take part in the brand new show? Do not miss this opportunity.
No address or any means of contact if you'd like to apply?
Nada. Makes you wonder if this is the rare time when the mountain did come to Mohammed, but now they'd rather wish it hadn't.
I have a few more contacts. Maybe they can help.
Oh, I never heard of her, my dear.
No idea who that is.
I know Helen Walker. Does that help?
No idea, but the advertisement is for a top secret show. You're not allowed to speak of it right from the start. It's the only way to avoid any leaks these days. But if you search for them enough on social media and they think you fit in, they contact you, I guess. I don't know anyone who has made it in, though.
Well, if it isn't a perfect crime, your victims practically walk into your arms and then there's no one to search for them.
Perfect crime? Not if I can help it. You know, in these times there's one thing that keeps tracking you whether you like it or not.
Ah, yes, social media. Let me just open my own.
You actually use it?
For the occasional laugh, yes. Plus, some conspiracy theories are so complex, just tearing them down can give you a case. It can be fun. I'll just link the display of the VM to the TARDIS screen.
You've previously purchased.
A Blixathol?
I have no idea when ads became this aggressive.
And personalised. So what exactly do you need a chemical that could wipe memories for?
Sometimes I wish you were a bit less clever.
What?
It's for my lipstick, and no, I haven't been going around kissing Hattie's relatives and friends. There are times when it can come in handy, though.
What? Like an amnesiac lipstick? You use amnesiac lipstick?
Sometimes, yes.
Sounds ridiculous. Who'd be dumb enough to fall for that?
Who, indeed. But before you judge me any further, I'll look up Hattie's name. Ah, the perception filter is still distracting. I can barely look at the screen. This might take a while.
I think I can help with that.
A marble, metabellus crystal, sticky tape, and a rather big magnifying glass. Oh, I see what you're going for.
This'll only take a mo.
Now what?
Oh, where is that button? I can't find anything in these huge headphones. Oh, is this thing switched on already? Hello, real nice to see you.
Whew. And you. Say, are you all right? You haven't called because of trouble, have you?
No trouble here. Just trying to figure out this new calling thing he installed. I clearly need to get the hang of it yet.
You'll get there.
How have you been?
Oh, you know me. Just in the middle of something with a friend.
Yeah, hi.
Always busy, that one.
Well, sorry.
Is that the...
Yes.
My word. Well, rightfully so, I suppose. You go teach them nasty types of aliens a lesson.
Will do.
Gramps, who are you talking to?
I have to go. Take care of yourself, will you?
And you.
Right, that didn't sound very 1930s either. How do you know each other?
Well, it's more like a friend of a friend thing than anything. But it's nice to keep in touch. I wish I could do it more.
Yeah. Voila!
It's pretty.
If you want to waste time on aesthetics, we're going to be here for a while.
I'd enjoy that.
Well, this is going to block the perception filter effect.
So, would that make it a perception filter?
Or a deception filter.
Yes, very clever. All right, let's read through this gadget. Sorry, Hattie, but I need to invade your privacy for your own good. Oh, there is that girl from across the street. Wow, they've been sending hundreds of texts to each other. Poor Hattie. From best friend, she has become one of those people you have no idea why you had added in the first place.
Not even that. More like she's completely invisible now. Imagine that.
There's still no sign of this top secret show contacting her. Of course, with this level of technology, you aren't going to leave messages around containing vital data. What baffles me is, temporal energy aside, how else does it all connect to the disintegrated planets? No hints have been dropped in the video you had watched before you came to me, I suppose?
In that one? Nah. That's completely irrelevant.
Uh-huh.
I've come of my own accord.
Well, I guess that's one way of putting it. So, lack of space accidents. Here we have a mystery that seems to have solved itself already.
Yeah, it's pretty...
Frustrating?
Yeah.
Maybe a government of a nearby planet had enough of the missing ships and did something about it?
Nah. No official record for that. And I bet my life there would be.
Yes, should have guessed that. So, what is likely to mess with space engines? Solar storms?
No sun near this area.
Ionospheric disturbances?
Space weather has been pretty calm around.
What about the planet itself? What if it's some kind of radiation?
Well, apparently the formation of Gibbernox involved beams of light of all colours, aside from an explosion, which I can clarify.
Oh, you've been?
Yeah. It was quite beautiful.
Wait a minute. Beams of light of all colours? Like a rainbow?
Yeah.
A Raxacoricophalopatorian scholar described the formation of a planet as a million rainbows exploding into one. What was the name? Lano? Lana?
Lanagus?
Yes!
Fantastic! There's a massive temporal energy swirl near the planet. You'd better hold on to...
I've got this.
What do you think you...
What, you look like you could use some help.
And you just jumped in, knowing what to do with a TARDIS.
You know, a simple thank you would work just fine.
We're not near Gibbernox. But what do you know? Lanagus is another inhabited planet.
Question. If the amount of temporal energy is powerful enough to be used to make a mother forget about the existence of her child, can we be sure that the disintegrated planets had always been inhabited?
Valid point. But yes, it's their tough environment that makes them survivable for only sturdy life forms.
Tough how?
Both of the planet's crusts are rich in temporium. That must have been what caused the colour formation effect.
Temporium?
Yep, it has a surrounding field that...
Accelerates time, I know. That means any other planets with temporium are in danger.
Possibly. Noxtus, Mirthan, Tefara. What of it?
Oh, just a planet I've been meaning to visit.
Oh well, the speculated paper's probably overrated anyway. Come on then, don't you want to see what's outside?
Incredible!
Quite a show, isn't it? The rocks are floating in the air because of the two repulsive magnetic fields. The time acceleration of the temporium radiation is so powerful that creatures more complex than grass and cacti do not survive.
The air should be breathable, even without the TARDIS shield.
Yeah, I'm just not that keen on the aging bit.
Yeah, probably not the best thing for a date.
A what?
Gravity is higher than Earth. Ooh, but so is the centrifugal force. You can still technically feel like you're lighter. That could be fun.
Don't think this metal rod dug into the ground belongs to the scenery. Looks like we're coming closer to our culprit.
This thing is sapping the temporal energy, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. Just wondering.
Why it has a receiver?
Yeah. Plus it has the capacity to extend towards the core. So...
They know they are draining the planet dry.
And I also wonder if you ever let people finish their sentences.
Well, I never interrupt compliments. It's not even the only one around here. Look!
There are hundreds of them, if not thousands. Hang on. Is it just my imagination? Or are there some unusual objects approaching in the sky? Looks like we've been noticed.
About time. Where was our audition invitation?
Laser drones? Well, that's not very nice. I was hoping to talk to whoever's behind this.
Maybe we need to draw more attention. Can you disable and re-enable the shields from here?
You want to shoot the drones? Why bother? Those things are going to run out of juice long before the TARDIS.
Probably, but they are still terribly annoying.
What about the time acceleration?
You said tough ones can survive. Bring it!
And stay out of the way, screwdriver man.
Oi!
Fantastic! The huge centrifugal force makes me feel like a ballet dancer.
Another flight's approaching behind her. Which setting was it? Aha! Ha! You were saying about my Sonic?
Fine, you can stay. Just don't miss the rhythm.
Ha! As if I ever did.
That's all of them.
Time to switch the shield back on. Are you alright?
Aside from being owed for a few birthday parties, fine.
You're quite skilled with that gun.
What can I say? 1930s Manhattan keeps you on your toes.
You don't look like you can handle some gangsters.
Oh, so many compliments in such a short time.
Wonder if I can get our invitation out of this rod. Got it.
Oh, I hadn't noticed we'd got so far away from the TARDIS. What a view!
Not bad from the cliff. The sun's about to set between the purple mountain range. The orange adds an unusual shade into the sky's green, don't you think? Why have you sat down?
Disintegration is unavoidable at this point, isn't it?
Yep. There's not much time left.
No space of regret can make amends for one life's opportunity misused.
Dickens. Now there's someone I'd like to meet someday. Maybe you're right. No point in the final act without an audience. Your head is on my shoulder.
It might be.
Melody, I might not be who you think I am.
Oh, sweetie. You are all I had hoped you to be. Is this the place for the auditions? It looks like a simple office building. Not good.
Yeah. All this temporal magnetic field might interfere with vortex manipulators.
Oh, you've just been dying to say that, haven't you? There, good as new.
Was that a sonic trowel?
Long story. Let's just call it the result of a boring night and check what's in the restricted area, okay? That huge employees only sign is basically a welcome mat.
Now we're talking. A database I can search. Check this out.
It's a file with Hattie's personal data.
But there are more than one.
The text seems to start over again and again with the first half, but then according to that she went to university. According to the other one she started working. She lost her parents in a car crash, and there it says she was a teenage mother with supporting parents all at the same time.
Why forge so many fake versions of her own personal data?
My question exactly. And she's not the only case.
There are a lot of them. Looks like we're getting company through that transmat. Good. More target practice. I was beginning to worry we would never get a proper welcome.
There's too many of them.
Says who? Ow. Lucky shot. I'll get my gun back in a mo.
Hardly, come on.
Hey, I wasn't finished. They're coming from both ways.
Quick, in here.
Ooh, hiding in a storage room. Cozy. Ugh, drained already. I cannot try.
Gas.
Oh good, you're awake too.
Oh, my head. What do some people put in knockout tools these days? It's barbaric.
What do you make of this place?
0 stars in the welcome drink category, that's for sure. And what is it with tying us together by the back? With this metal thing between us, it's completely impractical.
Actually, I wanted to know if you recognised the place, not the obvious things.
Okay, give me another minute. I haven't been this stoned since Centauri weddings. Are we in some kind of space station? Or spaceship? It looks familiar for some reason. No. It can't be.
Not a bad outfit. Red look, spikes on the head, hooves for legs with pitch black armour. But something's still missing from the whole Hellfire vibe. How about a pitchfork?
So, you have fallen into our trap, Melody Malone.
Here we go.
Or should I say, Miss Spritz, Sister Cantica, Alex Kingston, or the name mostly used, River Song.
Yeah, you got me. Great. What do you want, an autograph?
I want your death, your utter destruction for all the hindrance you've caused to the Discordia.
Who?
The Discordia.
Wasn't that an online chat thing?
Do you see my hands? I can morph them into any blade I like. And I can slice through your skull just as easily. Pitiful worm. The Discordia are the greatest conquerors of the universe. We take time and reforge it as we please.
Or rather, you get forged out of time. I saw it happen. I made it happen.
You were a mere setback in the grand scheme, just to keep things interesting. But now, with all the temporal energy at our hands, I shall rewrite history and make the Discordia great again. And now, you're going to experience how powerful Temporium is, firsthand. You are going to accompany the drillhead into the planet's layers, which will grind you to dust, back into the sludge where worms belong.
Right, very poetic. But before you do anything rash, a friendly warning. Give up now, or I'm gonna stop you. Oh, fine. We're going to stop you.
If either of you thinks you are going to do anything other than dying in excruciating pain, you are bigger fools than I thought.
Commander, we have a problem.
So? Deal with it. Can't you see I'm busy?
But it's the planet's surface. It's cracking. An energy burst is imminent.
This is not over.
Are you alright?
No, I'm offended.
What?
A species busying themselves with overwriting time. Sounds like a bunch I should know about.
Well, you did. And then you didn't. It's a very timey-wimey story. I'd save it for a less tied-up day, if you don't mind, sweetie.
Okay, let's try something simpler then. Why did you lie about your name?
Sorry, what was that again, Mr. John Smith? Besides, technically, I didn't lie. You walked into my office.
Oh yeah, and assumed that the sign on the door matched. Right, completely on me. I'm sorry for dragging you into this mess.
Oh, Doctor. I'm pretty sure it was the other way around this time. Besides, I can't exactly complain about the situation.
You don't shy away from danger, do you?
Oh no. The adrenaline rush makes you feel alive, doesn't it? Now, if you could just activate my trowel so I can cut through this rope.
Now where has that come from? The almighty commander left you with your pouch?
Yes, it's almost emptied out, but he didn't bother to check the hidden pockets.
Kind of a big oversight, wasn't it?
Yes, it actually is. Oh well, let's not look a gift horse in the mouth, right?
Hang on. I remember a Miss Spritz. She helped me to take down the Sanakuma. That was a very long time ago. Of course, that would be no issue for someone with a vortex manipulator, would it?
Would you please continue flirting after you let us loose?
I'm not... Oh... You sure this is the best time for that?
Actually, I'm not sure why I got this face cream out right now. Oh well, there should always be time to look fabulous.
What? No lipstick?
Oh no, I do like to preserve that for special moments.
Whatever. The coast looks clear.
This ship looks similar to the one I've been on before.
Do you often take rides on Conqueror ships?
Only when they insist on being naughty. Quick, behind that pillar.
Move it, slave.
Hey, let me go.
I know, but we can't really do anything now, can we? He's in no immediate danger, and trust me, with the Discordia, it's better to stay hidden for as long as possible.
At least let's follow them then.
Oh, definitely. Behind those boxes.
Wow, look at that huge machine with the parabolic dish on top. Fantastic.
Could this be where they collect all the temporal energy?
Yeah, but what for?
There is that captive again. What are those blue furry creatures over there? With horns and hooves, they look like Discordians. Only...
Undeveloped Discordians.
Fine, this one's yours.
Seems to me they're planning to evolve them into proper Discordians using the temporal energy.
Shame. These alpha versions are almost cute. In an ape kind of way.
Is there something on my palm? Tally marks. 3 tally marks on my palm. But here and now? How? They look as if I had drawn them with my own lipstick.
What is it?
They are gone. They are nowhere else on my arm. There are only Discordians and their captives here.
You alright?
No, the doctor cannot know. Not yet.
Hey, you.
Guess we've overstayed our welcome. Come on!
Wait, I'll lock this door.
You know there are a few things bothering me about this.
Only a few?
If the Discordia are a conqueror species and only want slaves, why bother with erasing their tracks? Why bother going after certain individuals in the first place?
You're telling me? Their behaviour is odd, to say the least. I'd love to think that's my doing. What was that?
Let's find out!
Poor Primal, strapped down like that. What is he doing to it?
Look at all those weapons on the table. Is this how the second batch of Discordians are made?
Look in the corner. A chained captive. We have to get in. You, that way. Me, that way.
Fine. So what type of electroconvulsive therapy is this?
How did you escape?
Hey now, it's not very nice to threaten a potential client with guns. And if they're this close to your fancy equipment, it's not very wise either.
Make no mistake, just because I'm not of the warrior caste, I can still easily kill you with a shot as precise as I like.
Perhaps, but what for? You look like one hell of a scientist, like I am. So just between two men of science, explain what you want to achieve here.
I owe you no explanation, worm.
Fine. But what about your patient over there? You really want to form an entire species of torture?
Oh, Doctor, I meant you to disable the machine, not to make a scene. Good thing this pillow was here. But then, of course you would try and give a pacifist speech. You're the doctor. There is no talking sense into the Discordia, not into most of them anyway. But you don't know that, and you have to try. Because you're the doctor. And that, amongst other things, is what makes you so damn sexy. Right, little lady? You see me now? Don't give me away.
Nothing that you do matters, dear.
Who was that? There's no one else here. There are no tally marks on me. Okay, River, focus.
You're inflicting pain to force a species to be born as living weapons. I've seen such before. I've fought it. It never ends well, trust me. Come on, let nature take its own course.
You have no idea how few of us remain, Doctor. There is no time to take nature's course.
So you're lonely?
We are not lonely. We are conquerors. The Discordia was born to enslave and destroy.
In that case, I'm telling you to stop now, or you'll be forced to.
You presume to threaten us? That is rich. I don't even need to shoot you. Behold the power of the Discordia. You are free. Destroy the world.
Hey, chill, mate. Right, Doctor. Looks like time for Plan B.
Call your creature back now.
What? I couldn't even if I tried. It's now halfway to becoming a proper Discordian, programmed to kill, an already perfect weapon. What is that sound?
It's the sound of your perfect weapon being disarmed.
You still think that your cheap mind tricks are any match for a memory wipe boosted by entire planets? Pathetic!
I can, and I will beat you. What are these weird memories? Get out of my head! River, focus. He mustn't get away.
Not such a bad fellow now, are you? We're not being tormented. Wish I had a snack on me.
Stop fooling around and kill him. Wait, no! Stop me!
Thanks for the save. I don't really fancy the idea of being fed to that thing.
Wait, how have I not recognised you before? Is it still the effect of the perception filter? You're Hattie Walker! Ouch!
Whoa, easy there. Don't point that gun at us. We're on your side.
I don't think so. You're Discordians.
guess the lack of flattering skills runs in the family.
I've been warned about Discordians who enjoy mind games, making themselves look like humans pretending to want to help you. I don't know what you want from me, but you're not getting it!
Hattie, we only want to take you home, back to your family.
Lies? My family died in the war. I've been a commander on SS Starfury ever since.
That is not true. You think we are trying to manipulate you. But you have been manipulated already. You live on Earth. You have loving friends there and parents who desperately want you back.
And Rufus.
What? I don't understand.
All of this started with you applying to a secret TV show, didn't it? Do you remember that?
What have they done to me?
It's all right. Give me the gun. You are safe now.
Oh, but she wasn't, was she?
Now I've got you. What? Where did the gun go? Where has Hattie gone?
River, you have to tell me what it is you're looking for.
My head still hurts. Still because of the gas.
Pull back or the patrol will spot us too soon. We can't miss this opportunity to sneak into the cabin of the commander.
Oh, yes. The VM and your Sonic were there.
Wait, what do you mean by were?
We have been here before.
What?
Mind blocks. We've been in there. The commander, he found us. You used Venusian Aikido on him.
Oh, looks like I'm having a blast from the past today. Did it work?
No, not on a Discordian, sweetie. But it confused him long enough so we could escape.
Ah. But that begs the question. Why are we here again now?
It must be the Discordia. This is how they operate. They go back in time and change events, so they always turn out to be on the winning side. Mind blocks.
Is that what you do when I tell you not to use the TARDIS as a taxi?
River, what are you trying to tell yourself? You already know how to counter a memory wipe, but to show that to such a young doctor, that could cause all kinds of problems, especially now he knows about the lipstick. And yet, was that why the future doctor contacted his past self in the first place?
Ah, impossible man.
Wait a minute. You've said I needed to tell you what I had been looking for. You remember me having looked for something before.
Oh yeah, it's the mind blocks. They're starting to work.
How do you know about the mind blocks?
You've shown me.
What? My arms. They are full of tally marks now. What is going on here?
Can't let the monkeys run the circus, not even with a pretty face like this. Let's continue, before my eye drive needs to be recharged.
Run!
No time to think. We are running again. But isn't it always like that with the doctor?
This is where they collect all the temporal energy.
Yeah, but what for?
They'll be upon us soon.
There's a ramp down there, around their precious machine. You think you'd be up for a jump?
Would I?
No bonus points for flips!
Don't shoot, you idiot. My Tommy's the evolver.
Whoa, easy. You've almost taken a very wrong step there.
I've suddenly remembered falling and hitting the ground. How can I remember falling?
I don't know, but I've got you.
Oh, but you do know, don't you? We're being toyed with.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's your disc.
Boy, are you going to wish that was true once I'm through with you.
Ooh, I'm shaking. Actually, not really. How many times do you think we've had this conversation? Meh. You're the same bore as he was. Bob, do your thing.
Back, behind the wall, behind the commander's cabin. This is going nowhere.
If we're being constantly watched, I'll need to find a way to communicate with the doctor unnoticed.
A psychic link connected only to him. How did he say he did it? Could I try? All right, River, focus. Focus on him. That can't be too hard. Contact.
What? Contact. You're a Time Lord.
No, not really, Doctor.
How do you know about the psychic link then?
What can I say? I like to be thorough with my research.
I'm sorry, sweetie, but I'm really not from your home planet.
Of course not. I'm sorry.
I've been there, though, and picked up a few things. Listen, do you think we are in some kind of miniscope?
Nah, there seems to be some kind of an elaborate story here aside from just a way to look at people. But we clearly are in some kind of fake reality for someone's entertainment.
The cheek. I don't remember discussing a residual.
Come on, I know, thoughts travel faster than spoken words. But if we linger around in one place for too long, they'll notice. This way.
Wait! This door. We need to enter here. I'll get the sonic.
Don't. This door is booby-trapped. Could be open from the side.
Of course, there is never any Discordian retina at hand when you need one.
Right. Not sure I want to know the details behind that one.
Come on, it would be wasteful not to use one's findings. Well, I would prefer a drink, but I'm not going to say no to a welcome gun either.
Intruders!
Come on! Oh, don't give me that look! This is a Discordian gun on a Discordian ship with barely any survivors. I doubt they're building any weaponry that's lethal to them.
Right. Bet you a Sonic those drainers will overload if I feed the temporal energy back to them.
Do you think we bought ourselves some time?
Contact.
I'll pretend to be ready to shoot so they don't notice us stalling, until we figure out how to break the story.
And I'm still pushing several buttons here. But in the meantime, there's one thing that knocks me out of any story. Out of character behaviour. Alright, then I'll just sit here and wait till the problems solve themselves.
Same.
This is never gonna work, is it?
No chance. Maybe we need something more impulsive.
Well, come on then.
What?
Sorry about...
Ooh, I like your impulsive.
Yeah. Yeah, but that didn't work either. Why didn't it work?
Spoilers.
Maybe we need an entirely different approach.
Oh, no. Stop gazing at my gun. We are not making a bad internet game out of this.
Just one good move and we break the whole thing. Or finally get to face whoever is behind us again. But we've enhanced the mind blocks enough now to properly beat the mind wipe. Do it. Shoot me.
What if you're wrong?
I'm never wrong. Okay, I'm usually not wrong. But even so, you seem to know a lot about Time Lords. You should know I can regenerate.
Oh, I see. Very clever.
But it won't come to... Wait, what are you doing?
See you on the other side, sweetie.
River!
What? I'm awake? In a capsule? Breathing through a mask? I must tear it away. Green gas. This must be what they're inducing the fake reality in your head with. I've got to get out! So many capsules. Every captive must be here. But where are we? This is not the office building. Another space station?
That was reckless and foolhardy. You've shot yourself. What were you thinking?
You couldn't have seriously thought I would shoot you.
I told you. I can reach it.
Yes, but I'm not going to be the cause of that. You can't expect that from people who love you.
What?
Oh, I wish I could keep watching your sweet, perplexed face. But we've got company. Come on. Right. Just had about enough of this. Always pays off to have a hairpin. Go. Do something fantastic. Hey, I'm the real threat here. Come and get me.
Impossible woman.
They've fallen behind. There are tons of canisters here with a chemical. A silent. It's connected to the entire system, of course. I see you, Silence. Without your mind wipe, what are you? Just some bald guy in a suit.
I won't allow you to disrespect Bob like that. Turn around. Slowly.
You.
Oh, I do so love a tragic ending.
You. I saw you in the fake reality.
Really? That's all you have to offer? I have encountered your precious doctor before.
As strange as it might sound, we don't tend to spend much of our time discussing third-rate psychopaths.
I was the editor of the greatest news station in the universe until the doctor intervened and left Satellite 5 in ruins. But he overlooked how resourceful a man of showbiz can be.
Oh, wait. I'm starting to remember. The pitiful little turncoat who betrayed his entire species for a little fame and power. And look at the fine mess you've created here.
Kidnapping people so you can take whatever story they can cook up for you and sell it back, maybe even to their own families without them knowing.
Now. I haven't kidnapped anyone. They came quite willingly.
You know, there are easier ways to do this, right? Ever thought of actors?
The time of pretense is over. People want to see the real deal. Besides, why the unnecessary cost when you are so willing to fight for your lives for free? And now it's time to add some real blood in the mix. Wait. Where's the other one?
The other one? other one has taken use of your staff to escort the captives to safety and is trashing up things a little bit around this satellite of yours now. Funny how handy these little things can become once not wasted on shooting at people. It's over. Throw that gun away.
Actually, Doctor, why don't you leave my drones? After all, I have your precious... I can't hold my arm straight.
Is something wrong?
What have you done?
Me? Oh, nothing I do matters, right? You, on the other hand. You've programmed your little B-movie setting based on my diary down to the smallest detail, including the manipulative makeup I tend to use when someone gets closer than I like to make sure they are more manageable. How many times do I think we've had that conversation you asked? I have no idea. But then I wasn't the one insisting on it being repeated again and again.
No! I will kill you!
What's the matter? You don't fancy being drugged yourself?
Wrong choice, mate.
Oh, my vortex manipulator! Thank you, dear drone. Time to leave.
No. The gas is getting everywhere. Wait a minute. Gotcha! I'll take that, thank you.
Let me go.
Let her go.
Now. Stay still, dear, or I might pull the trigger by accident. Now that would look funny, wouldn't it?
Doctor, what are you doing still? We need to leave.
If I can code a self-destruct signal to the draining poles, I could save the remaining...
We are sucked out into space because of a romantic idiot. If he forgets to activate his respiratory bypass system, I'll kill him. But he is my romantic idiot. The VM is drained again.
I've got this.
Hello, Mrs. Walker.
Hello?
You don't remember me, do you? It doesn't matter. I'm not the one who matters. I have someone here who does, though.
Ma'am?
What?
Rufus!
What is going... Hattie? Hattie! I remember now. How could I have forgotten? Where have you been? But who are... Hey, where has that woman gone?
All good then?
Yes. Let me just freshen up a bit.
You know, you can't really use the round things as a mirror. But I have no real mirrors right now.
I know.
We managed to save Tifara. The few people who have the right equipment to go there. I don't know. Like a TARDIS. Say if you time your arrival right, you can see mountain ranges glitter in all the colours of the rainbow. Sound pretty?
It does.
So, amnesiac lipstick, eh?
Doctor!
I know. Don't tell me, timey-wimey. Suppose there's worse ways to forget.
Your mouth is smiling, but your eyes are full of sorrow.
They're not.
Yes, they are. It's going to get easier, Doctor. I promise.
You think I worry about myself? I'll be fine. I always am. No, it's the people around me, River. They tend to die.
Well, if you think I'm people...
Okay, clearly not. I'll give you that. Just tell that bow-tied lunatic to take care of you. Will you do that?
Oh, I'll make sure to quote you on that. Onto the seat. How I long to travel with you anywhere, sweetie. To stay with you, especially in these troubled times. But our timelines are already convoluted enough. I can't risk making it worse. I can't risk losing you completely. Not to mention all those lives we've saved during most of our encounters. How peacefully you sleep for a change. Hold on. Is that a slight smile on your face? But I've made sure to dose the lipstick so it would beat the mind block. And the antidote. All of it is still in my bag. Oh, you annoying, gorgeous man. Sleep well, my love, until we meet again. Mind blocks.
Sorry?
I found a way to counter the memory wipe caused by the silence, just in case no gadgets are at hand.
The silence?
You need to find an older memory you know is true and focus on it real hard.
Is that what you do when I tell you not to use the TARDIS as a taxi?
Doctor, this may be helpful.
River, we've dealt with the silence. You were there, I was there. And I can even remember you and I being there.
Sorry, sweetie, but your once and for all track record is less than perfect.
Blimey, everyone's a critic.
I've taken the mode of effect of the amnesiac lipstick and turned it around. Look.
The amnesiac lipstick? Are you sure it's safe to show it to me then?
Doctor?
What? It's brilliant. Of course it's brilliant. You are brilliant. That's what you wanted to hear, isn't it? Oh yes! And we've been testing it.
59.65 seconds until you remembered everything after a mild mind wipe. It can be clearly improved if practiced enough.
Hold on.
What?
Mind blocks. Mind blocks, yes, haha! That is brilliant!
Well, that's new. What's got into you, sweetie?
Spoilers. I'll be right back.
Hello there. I'm the Doctor, and so are you, meaning I need you.
aka me, to do something for me.
Ach, not you again. Stop sending me these messages. You're endangering the whole of causality.
Now, I can't hear you. This message is strictly one way. I suppose it shouldn't have to be, with a bit of tinkering or unmuting the screen, but really, who wants to listen to me babbling about the laws of time? Just chill, as I like to say. That bit is in the best pair of hands. I should know, I've been there. I think.
You think? Why am I even listening to you?
Anyway, I know you, aka me, are trying to find the mystery behind Gibbernox & Co. I'm doing a bang-up job at the top of the class. But there's something I need to think up before wrapping all this up, and that is finding Melody Malone.
Yeah, like hell I will.
And now you're probably thinking of some macho rubbish that you can save the entire universe 3 times over with your hands tied behind your back and blindfolded without any help. And since you are me, that is obviously still true. But listen, it is of the utmost importance. Good luck, me. I know I won't let me down.